say what you want, but this looks better. Yeah, you see them empty bins on that table? I've been going through like at least one a day. Baby steps. We're making progress. And that is called giving yourself grace, because normally, yeah, I would beat myself up about this, but today's not that day. And also, y'all been asking me for the longest. In this video, I'm going to show all of the things that I use as cleaning products. So whether you need to use less chemicals for the sake of your health, your pets, your children, there's like, what, 5 ingredients that I use to clean the entire house, including me and the clothes in it. But first, we got to clear this clutter. This here, right here, we need to get rid of this bed because it's overstayed its welcome. Due to unforeseen circumstances, I needed a spare bed, but now this is just taking up too much space. But let's be honest, from day one, it was always taking up too much space, because what should be in my living room is the couch. And though I wanted a sofa, I have a tendency to just work with what I have. That's the way I went through life. But one of my favorite quotes, and I actually keep this on my lock screen to remind me, that's still not enough of a reminder, but that's not what we're talking about. The point is that quote is, these mountains you've been carrying, you were only supposed to climb. And that was and still is the most mind-blowing message I have ever received. Because that was my perspective. I have no control. I am not a driver, I am a passenger, but baby, you're in the car. So you have a say. Things will occur in your life that you never asked for. Because the way none of this was on my vision board for 2023, I'm confused. What is the return policy? Because I'm taking it back. Where's the store? I have no idea what I was just talking about anymore. Lost my train of thought. I don't know where I was going, but I hope I landed. I hope I landed on a point. The dismount I had full control over, but the landing, it don't always stick. But thinking about it now, I think what I said all that to say was, life is going to have you just up in the air and you will feel like you are falling. But sometimes it just takes a twist, a tuck for you to make your way back down to the ground. Sometimes you land where you didn't intend to, but now that your feet are firmly planted, you can use them to carry you in the direction that you do want to go. And that was me with this mattress. This is not a sofa, but I was using it like it was one. As uncomfortable as it made me, I accepted it and let myself be that way instead of putting myself in a position where I would be comfortable. All I had to do was get the sofa. I literally went to New York to sit on it, but I let indecision stop me from making any decision. Finally, I have ordered a couch, and that's on growth, because I have proclaimed that I deserve comfort. I'm getting way too deep for the title of this video, so let's get back on task. The things that I use are, number 1, you know it, I love it, Castile soap. What do I use this on? Everything. There's nothing I won't use it on, but I particularly use it for household and laundry. Currently, I'll say currently, because I have been known to dilly-dally. If I'm really feeling special, I'll use detergent, because although I'm a sensitive to smells girly, they're not too strong. But this one I like, and I can tolerate it some days. Again, special occasion only. And if you're already using Castile soap, then you know you gotta follow that up with some vinegar. I'll use it as a final rinse, and for laundry, I'll use it as a fabric softener. So I go through a lot of it. If you saw my last cleaning video, I literally ordered 4.
Not 1 or 2 or 3, but 4! 4 stones!
So basically, that's what's going to go into my containers. However, I do also use a multi-purpose cleaner for times that I don't actually want to scrub things down. Because the thing about soap, you have to agitate it. I just buy it as a concentrate. And another solution that I'll use is essential oils. This is my default for anything sticky. If you have any residue left over from actual glue, this will be your best friend. If you don't like the smell of vinegar, citric acid. Y'all know how I feel about this on Chrome. She's my fave. On occasion, I'll also use baking soda if I need extra abrasion for what I'm trying to scrub. And of course, you can also use it as an odor remover. You can put it in your refrigerator, in your garbage disposal. If I wash dishes before I go to bed, that's part of my closing shift. And the second to last powder that I use is sodium percarbonate, which most of us know as oxygen powder. I predominantly use this in my laundry, all of my laundry, especially to keep my rags as bright as possible. But you can also clean with this. So for the sake of speed, usually I'm going to use a multi-purpose cleaner. I've been using this for like a solid couple of years. It's been doing the job and it smells amazing. This one is, I think it's like something either white, citron, or rose, or the combination of maybe like 2 of those. But I get it at Target. I'll link it down below. Side note, I've been thinking about replacing these because as you can see, if you're accident prone, you be dropping stuff. Glass is maybe not your best option, but waste not, want not. I'm gonna try and get over it, even though this is leaking. My second bottle, I'm going to refill with vinegar. But again, remember, you can also sub this for citric acid because I know a lot of people hate the smell. But also, you could infuse it. If you've seen like my old cooking videos, I take my like orange peels, grapefruit, and just let them sit in the vinegar for a couple of weeks. That really does take the edge off, so it'll make it more tolerable. And then last but not least, disinfectant. This is literally just alcohol. And again, to take the edge off the smell, I'm going to add in some essential oils. But not just that, I also take this opportunity to use essential oils that I know are going to like help. So over the summer, I used like citronella because most bugs don't like really strong pungent smells. So I feel like I'm simultaneously also keeping critters from like intruding. The final solution that I'm making is dishwashing liquid. Because if you saw last video, you know I'm really not feeling that solid bar soap. I get it. It's just not for me. So that little Aesop bottle in my kitchen, I haven't retired since I lived in that studio apartment. I just keep refilling it with Castile soap. But we're going to use a new bottle today. If it's one thing you should know about me, it's that I'm not throwing away a single hand soap I have ever owned. But no, for real, like this is the easiest way for you to be sustainable. Reuse the things that you buy. Like you're paying for it anyway. You might as well keep it. As for tools, the most common things you'll see me use for household and dishes, I both love loofah and coconut husk. I'll link all of these below. For rags, I love these flour sack tiles, mainly because they are just large. And large means more coverage. More coverage means more cleaning and less energy wasted on going to get another towel. Another thing that I use like less often, but is still equally as helpful is a scraper. This one is actually to remove old and apply new silicone. So it has like little parts that are retractable. Overall, I just like it, probably because it's all metal. And when it comes to using the disinfectant spray, as you wipe things down, it'll really emit the scent into the air. So I would recommend not overdoing it, and also always double check that the essential oils that you're using are pet safe if you do have animals in your home. And when it comes to floors, I've been using this system since my studio apartment. When I had like no space, this was the easiest way for me to consolidate all of my cleaning supplies. Other than the handheld broom and dustpan, all the other accessories, they attach to a pole, which I went for the extendable one, but you can also get one in wood. Brush, you can use this for decking, tile and grout. Shower squeegee, which I'll use on tile, glass mirror, and then a wet and dry mop for when you want to do like dusting. And because I love the coconut husk, obviously I was really excited when I discovered this toilet bowl cleaner, because I really like the concept of having disposable for the inside of the toilet, because it's the inside of a toilet. And then of course I have like, you know, your standard vacuum, and I also have a wet vac. So technically, if not for the fact that I had carpet, then I wouldn't need this one, because that one both vacuums and mops at the same time. So I don't have to do the two of them individually. And so personally, it's just a purchase of convenience, you know, it just makes cleaning quicker, and some of us need that. And I've gotten a few questions about where's all of my stuff linked because the website is no longer working. So for those who don't know, the blog is currently under construction. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get it together. But thank you to Squarespace regardless, because I still use them to host it and I'm still using it on the back end. As easy as the platform is to use, the templates are there. All I gotta do is click and drag. The problem is me. It's like I know what I want, I don't have a visual of what that looks like. But what I should actually do is create like a coming soon page. Right now I have it just on private so that it is not public. But a landing page is great for when you want to share like a concise message, or if you offer services, you can create a calendar where people can book appointments. Great for portfolios. And of course you can create a bio site, which I personally use to help people navigate across all of my socials. If any of that sounds like something you could use, feel free to use my discount code abetweene or head to squarespace.com/abetweene. And y'all, do y'all remember what I said about them elderflower candies? Yeah, forget all that. This right here, this the one. Sour blueberry. I still like the elderberry ones, but this my favorite. This my favorite. And months ago, when I was trying to be a better person and actually remember to take my supplements, I got this pill box because, listen, if I'm going to remember to take it, I got to see it. And I did not want like a standard pill box sitting on my counter. So I got this little bamboo one. Isn't it cute? But I still forget to take my supplements. Like, what even is the point of having a brain if it don't work? Just a heads up, yes, the solution is thin. If you're used to the blue one and you know which one I'm talking about, this ain't the same thing. As you can see, I am getting some suds. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you, it does take a couple pumps to get there. So if you love suds, this may not be for you. I would say add more soap, but don't, because you're just gonna leave a residue and then you'll have to use vinegar to rinse your dishes. And who wants an extra step? And speaking of soap, since I have residue from that bar, which by the way, I didn't throw away, I'm just repurposing it for laundry. So I'm going to use that bar to just like rub on any spots that I want to spot treat before I throw stuff in the washer. Again, you just want to use the opposite of anything really alkaline like soap with something acidic. So I'm going in with my vinegar, and then I'll just use my scraper since it is like a thick coating of soap. Because I use the vinegar first, it comes right up. Also using the vinegar to polish up any chrome. It's also good on stainless steel. And remember, you always want to wipe your sink down because stagnant water harbors bacteria. when it comes to the countertop, some of you notice that I always clean them twice. And that's because first I'm just using like the multi-surface cleaner, but because I tend to place food on my countertop, I like to make sure that I'm getting rid of any like residue. So I'll go back over it a second time with my disinfectant. I don't always put essential oils in it. And I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, if you are using 99 or 91%, then you do want to dilute it with water. This is one of those cases where stronger isn't better. It's like science math. And apart from the display, because that's probably not one of the surfaces that you would technically use this on, stainless steel is. And you can see I'm getting a cloudy finish on that too. So again, following it up with disinfectant. But another thing to remember is that not all stainless steel is alike. So even though this didn't work on the stove, it did work well on the dishwasher. It did leave a little bit of streaking behind, but overall it looks good. And unless you're really paying attention, like, you might not care. Apparently I did though, so I followed it up with vinegar. And as you can see, that not only got rid of it, but that left an amazing shine. As you can see, I really need to do the refrigerator, but that's a problem for what? That's right, another day, because closing shift is over. It's bedtime. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Bye.